Planet Politic, the Gerrymandering series, episode 2. Today, for our lesson, on redistricting, I'm going to be talking about what happened after the 2010 census. So first, the 2010 census. Oh, my VPN. But okay. So, I like the 2010 census too, but all the logos look kind of similar. Like, I kind of get bored with it. 2020 looks cool, but before that, they all kind of look boring. If you look at 1990, it was like this. I mean, look at that. That's just not cool branding. But 2000 and 2010 look quite similar, actually, but let's go to the 2010 census. So, the 23rd decennial census. National Census Day was April 1st, 2010. So, yeah, the Constitution requires it. So, Census Bureau Director Robert Groves personally inaugurated it by counting Clifton Jackson of a resident of Norfolk, Alaska. Right. 74%, and then after that, the data was available to the states in March 2011. So they had about 10 questions. So then they had from 5 to 10, it said what is person one's name. So they'd have separate ones for each person. So maybe for each person you tick. So if you say you have 10 people, it would have five additional questions per person. But yeah, it costs a lot of money, and reapportionment, so you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff. California, if you look at the difference, gained a seat, so lost 2 seats was New York and Ohio. Lost 1 seat, Illinois. Iowa, so at one point Illinois had 21 electoral votes. Iowa, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan. Hey, that's Elizabeth Warren. Missouri, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. The states that gained 1 seat: Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, South Carolina, Utah, Washington. 2 seats were Florida, and gained 4 seats was Texas. Senators David Witter, Republican, Louisiana, and Bob Bennett try to have immigration status, something that they failed again. Clemens versus Department of Commerce was something interesting that happened, where they wanted to reapportion the House of Representatives under the 435 rule set up by the Apportionment Act of 1911, because that set the limit. And sometimes when 2 states both don't hit the number, it's kind of hard to divide it up or take away a seat, and basically what happens is it's not exactly proportionate, but so it went up a little, and it didn't gain a district. So almost all of them went up. That's Michigan lost 1 because it went up. It went down. Almost every state went up except Michigan. Interestingly enough, Michigan was the only state to have lost 1, but some of them didn't gain enough. I'm looking at ones which went up by 2.5%. West Virginia, 1.4%, Louisiana, and it lost a seat. So that's how the numbers work. But we're gonna be talking about Red Map. This was something extremely secret. The Redistricting Majority Project was a project by the RSLC, the Republican State Leadership Committee, to increase control of Republican control of congressional seats. How did it work? Well, instead of targeting the federal stuff, they went straight for the states. In 2010, they invested heavily in some of the swing states that Barack Obama won in 2008, and some which he won again in 2012. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. Democrats were doing really well there, but they invested heavily, $30 million into state legislative races. Basically, what happens is, just a little bit about information on minority votes, but basically what happened is, okay, so the idea was if they win the state legislatures and the state governorships, okay, then when it's time to redraw the maps, they are the people who redraw the maps, so they can gerrymander it in their favor. So Democrats also had a slight disadvantage because, especially after the 1950s and all, the Democratic people, they became more progressive and they went to the city area. And it's harder to gerrymander cities, and it gave a Democrat disadvantage because Republicans could just draw 2 districts in the city and everything else they could spread out and they would win. The Republican Party retained its power in the state legislatures after in the 2010 midterms, because of all the crashes and stuff. Barack Obama was somewhat popular, but the Democrats in Congress were not. But so the red map targeted 107 state legislative races in 16 states, not just those 5: Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida. They flipped Democrat majority state legislatures and held Democrat governorships, and this gave Democrats control of 10 of the 15 states that would be redrawing their districts in 2010. They then used highly sophisticated software such as MapToYou for redistricting. I have it, but it's quite detailed and I'm not going to go through it. The effects of Red Map came in the 2012 election, and they retained the control by 33-seat margin. The Democrats collectively received more than 1 million more votes than the Republicans. However, in the 2018 election, interestingly enough, they lost it in a portion equally to the popular vote. But Red Map has been criticized in an attempt to gerrymander districts. There's a great documentary that talks about this initiative called Slay the Dragon. It's quite good, actually. But the really important part about this is Republicans managed to get control. And in 2020, now it's the same time. Whoever controls the state legislatures will be redrawing the districts. So that's just what a census looks like. But okay, to the point. Let's go back to redistricting. So, that's all for educational part lesson. So, and just this guy needs a little bit more, but forget about him for now. Let's just expand the second district a little. Yeah, okay, you know what? It's hard to see. I'm just gonna change it to map colors. Yeah, that's better. It's easier to see there. So again, the population is 373,000, but it's 411,000 less. So I need to add more counties to the district to expand it to minus 293, minus 279. Ooh, let me add the background map so I can check out where the cities are. Is it there yet? It takes some time to come on. Hey, there it is. So yeah, this is the Twin Cities area. I mean, it's big parts of lots of people here. So this is gonna be heavily populous. I mean, this area is 401,000 already. It's almost a whole district, so I'm not gonna go into that right now. But let's just do the edges. So minus 145, minus 89, minus 66. Oh, that's a little too much, but okay, we'll get back to it. So now let's do the third district right here. Let's just go all the way down there. That sounds good. What's the population right now? So that's about minus 588. So let's just go all the way to Rochester at least. How much? Yeah, that's not too many, so I think we'll add it here. And yeah. So Minnesota is losing a seat in the census according to this data, so it's going to have 7, but It might have 8, but let's just see. So that's a little bit less. It's a little bit less. Maybe a teeny bit. There, yeah, that's good. Now let's do the 4th district. Whoa, that's a lot extra. Okay, so let's do the 5th then, and come back to that. Ooh, that also has a little bit extra. So, the 6th district is here. Okay, that's a 6th. Now this is the harder part. I need to do it by precinct. So let's do an overlay. I need the precinct lines in. Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's kind of hard, but you know what? I'll just increase the brush size to save time. So let's first expand this, make this a little bigger. Minneapolis. I love that city. Oh, Minneapolis. I just realized that's where Derek Chauvin's trial is going on. But so let's use the blue and let's use the 6th district and take away a bit of the 2nd district to even out the population, because that is a little bit extra. And yep, 40. We still need some more, so we can borrow some. There's also some cool features about this. So after this, I can check out all the split precincts. That means precincts which should be together but are not together. And yeah, it's a really cool feature. I like to use it. Let's get back. Let's do that at the end. But okay, so I still have some more. So let's just go here. Take a little bit more. Ooh, I need to give a little back. Yep, that's just nice. And now this guy needs a little bit more. So does pink. I'll just check the statistics now and see the percentage difference. So, yeah, okay, it's not contiguous, that's okay. That's not a priority, but now let's see the percentage. Population deviation is too big in the 6th. Oh, I don't want that. That's better. Okay. So now, okay. So the 4th, 5th, and 6th are not okay. There. So, okay. 4th, 5th, and 6th are not okay. Fourth is too much, yeah. 5th and 6th, okay, that makes sense. So now let's do a little bit of precinct taking. So let's just give this guy a teeny bit more from here. Ooh, I need to increase my brush size. So now if we take some from this area, first let's increase his size. Just a teeny bit more, I think. Minus 50. Yeah, that's okay. And now is it close enough? Let's check 6th district. It's probably not. It's extremely strict. Oh, it is. Good job. I'm so proud of myself. That's great. So, now let's just go back and find non-confined reassigned stray precincts. And now let's just change the brush size a teeny bit smaller. Yeah, that's good. And let's give this guy this precinct. And this one. Is it okay? Let's check. Statistics. 2nd district. Yes! It's within the margin. So now we just have a little bit of extra, 75% of the 4th district and 25% of the 5th district. So if we go back to the map, we can see so we still needed to give quite a bit from the 4th district. Am I right? Yep, the 4th district, and about 25% of the other districts. So let's get started. So maybe let's just get this size block. Okay, so quite a bit of this district needs to come from here. So let's get right into it. So take this bit out. And so okay, so a lot of it is already done. Okay, let's just quickly reassign these stray precincts. Reassign stray precincts. There, that's better. Nice and neat. So, let's see. He's still quite a bit up. The 4 is okay. So let's just finish off the yellow first. So when we're done, we can look at competitiveness. But now I want the districts to be the most population equal first. C minus 57. So just a little bit more from yellow guy, and we'll be done. 78, 63. Teeny bit more, I think. Statistics. Is it okay? The 5th district? Probably not. Oh, I think it's a little slow. The 5th district. Yep. Oh, it's just within. So now I just need to give quite a bit it's all from the red now. Okay, that makes life slightly easier. Okay, so let's just get started. Take from the red. Only the red. Oh, I have an idea. I'm just gonna make a little extra shape and reassign all the stuff in it. So I think we're almost done. The difference is quite little right now. Every other district is okay except this one. So maybe another bit of Minneapolis there. And let's give him that chunk up here. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, okay. The difference should be okay. Let's just check the partisan lean. I want to see how it is. Oh no, I clicked the wrong one. Partisan lean. Interesting. So we have right now we have 4 Democratic and 3 Republican. Yeah, that's actually quite good if we look at the competitiveness. Yeah, that's actually quite good. I'm actually happy because if we look at this, there are 2. Obviously, if it's Minnesota, you have to. If we look at the analytics, I think we did quite well. Minority, Minnesota is in a minority state, but it's extremely proportional, quite competitive, and relatively compact, not too much splitting. So I'm quite happy with how it came out. I mean, we're still not done, and let's finish it off. But I think we've done quite well, looking at all our data. So we're almost done, right? So let's just finish it off. Only a little more left, so let's quickly get it done. So interesting thing about gerrymandering and stuff, it's actually quite easy. That's the sad part. It's so easy to subvert democracy. You don't even need to get you don't need to even get an expensive app like Maptitude. You can just go to davesredistricting.org. I'm not stating this against Dave's redistricting. I know he's done this to be supportive of such efforts, but it's sad that politicians have it this easy. They can just redraw maps and they'll win. They draw the maps that they run in. And there are many groups who take action to try and reduce this. One of them I know about personally is All on the Line. It's an anti-gerrymandering organization. Quite a few major figures supported that initiative, including President Barack Obama. Oh, now I'll talk about that in a little while. I heard about it recently, but let's finish this. It's almost there. So this is where most of the city is. I wish I knew that when I started. So I'll give brown a little bit more. And I'll give that to pink. Should add up. Okay. Let's check the numbers. Oh no, pink is still a little bit too much. Let's just take a teeny bit away. Is pink still? Come on, please be within the perfect number. I don't think it will be in it. Oh, come on, 1.54 deviation. Okay, so it's just a little bit too much. 0.91. So let's take a little bit off it. Oh, I know what we can do. We can add some from here. Take some of this away without messing that up. And that's great. Statistics. I think it's gonna be in. Yes. Oh no, because you have to add it all up. That's the problem. Okay, so fifth is... okay, the fifth... we have to give the fifth some of the sixth and seventh. Okay, so the fifth district is yellow. And, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll give the yellow a little bit. And let's see, so... yellow guy gets a little bit of red guy. And, yeah. Does that... okay, now that's a little too much. Okay, let's check statistics. Oh, no, it's still going to be too much, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, 4 is minus 0.99. That's not good. 1.73. 0.9. Okay, so 4 is too little. Okay, so we need to give it some of 7. That makes sense, okay? So let's do it. Paint. Let's get painting. No, so oh, that's a little too much. Let's undo that. Okay. Oh, I made it too big. It's kind of hard to gerrymander too, especially with this tool if you don't know it too well. But oh yes. Oh no, come on. Okay, so I think the deviation is okay. So District 6 may not be contiguous. Let's look right into that. District 6 precincts, straight precincts. District 6. Oh dear, this is taking a while. But we made a relatively good map, so if we check the partisan lean, let's check the partisan lean now that we're done. So the Democrats are leading in, let's see, 1 and 2 districts. That's like, I mean, if we look at how we did, it's actually quite well. So these ones are so competitive. 3%, 1%, 3%, and 1%. So we have on average, if we look at just those 4 districts, it's a really good job because in a swing year, voters can actually express their will. If they're disappointed with how little the Democrats might have done, they can elect Republicans. But unlike in some more gerrymandered districts, you can't actually show your view. For example, in the 4th and 7th districts, it's on the 2nd district, it's quite heavily to one side, and it's hard for the other side. But we did a good map. If we check the analytics again, let's see how we did. Yeah, proportionality 100, compactness 71, splitting because of our green district, and 35. So that's all for this video, and thank you for watching. In our next video, I'll show you the completed map for this, and I'd also show you and I'll also get started on some more interesting things you can do with this tool. Thanks for watching, and